If you want to become hot, happy, and healed, and you want to tap into your inner power, this video is for you. Let's start with a short introduction. This happy and cute kid is me. This is also me. I know, it looks like not everything was alright, and spoiler alert, it wasn't. And this... Wait a second, I'm going to Instagram to show you my picture. This young woman is me now. On this picture you see happy and cute kid, but she is shy. On this picture you see insecure teenager, and on this picture you see confident young woman who's been through a lot but didn't give up and worked on herself. So I wanted to show you this picture so you will see my development. I was always a shy kid, and that shyness of course turned into insecurities when I was teenager. I was so shy and insecure that if I would see myself now as how I was then, I would hit myself. Okay, no, I'm joking, but seriously, I was so shy that I was afraid to speak in class if teacher would ask me to do so. That's not normal. And in addition to being shy and insecure, I was also bullied at the time. And I had like this amount of self-worth. But then I decided that things need to change. And now I can say I've become confident. I worked on myself, and now that I've done that work, I can share everything I know with you. And at this point, I also need to apologize. Yes, this video revolves around me in a way that I'm telling you a story about me and what helped me, but anything I share or say in this video is because I want to help you, and I believe that what I share in this video will help you as well. I'm going to get into the topic of the video very soon. I'm going to hold you just a little bit longer before we get into the topic. I'm going to say what's probably the most hated thing to say on YouTube. And it goes like this. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're in the right place. And if you're oldie goldie, I love you. Okay, I say that, we get to the topic now. This might actually surprise you, but traveling helped me to become more confident. Let me explain. I'm from a relatively small town in Finland, and I always wanted to get out. I knew already from childhood that I wanted to do big things. I want to live extraordinary, and I wanted to do things differently from the norm. But when you come from a small town, such kind of thinking is considered weird and not normal. So of course when you're just a kid, you don't understand it. You don't understand that these people are just limited in their thinking. All you understand is that other people think you're weird, and what ends up happening is that ambition turns into insecurity. So after graduating gymnasium, I went on a mission to go traveling, and I traveled to Bali for 3 weeks and then to New York for 3 months. And you can imagine a whole new world opened up for me. Suddenly, I wasn't weird for thinking big, and I felt understood. Now, I'm not saying that you need to book a plane ticket to become confident, not at all. Most likely, it alone won't even help you. There's a lot what comes into becoming a confident person, but the moral of the story is that the traveling experience taught me so much. The reason why traveling helped me is because it showed and taught me new things, which made me more open-minded. It put me into new challenging situations out of my own comfort zone. It broke my limiting beliefs. I switched my surroundings and the circle of people around me. It helped me to get out of toxic relationships. And it was a dream come true for me, so I was personally fulfilled. And most importantly, it forced a personal growth in me. As you see, it wasn't particularly the traveling, but it was the personal development that I experienced because of traveling. And that's exactly the whole recipe to becoming a confident person. So let's take a closer look at this recipe. Open-mindedness. Being an open-minded is one of the key aspects of being a confident person. So you can either be open-minded or narrow-minded / close-minded. What is a better trait to have if you want to be a confident person? Well, open-mindedness, because open-minded people see opportunities, they're open to trying new things, they're more positive as well. Whereas when you are close-minded, you are very limited in your thinking, which also most likely leads you to thinking negatively. And that's the thing, confident people are positive, whereas insecure people are negative. Okay, the next ingredient in the recipe is to get out of your comfort zone. fall in love with the feeling of humiliation. I still do this until this day. I try to force myself out of my comfort zone so that I keep growing. If it's hard for you to throw yourself into the uncomfortable or force yourself into challenging situations, think of it like this. Okay, there's a challenging or uncomfortable situation. Yay, it's an opportunity to grow. Think of it like that. Okay, the third ingredient is to break free from your limiting beliefs that are holding you back from reaching your true potential. The fourth ingredient is to feed your mind with the good stuff. The fifth ingredient is to go after your dreams and goals so you're personally fulfilled, so you don't have to be jealous of other people because you're too busy living your amazing life. So, as I mentioned, I started focusing on my hobbies, on my school, becoming better, happier, healthier, and so on. And the key here is that I had goals and I started to focus on my goals. I wanted to become better at school, I wanted to become better at my hobbies, I wanted to become healthier, I wanted to be more fit, and I wanted to be happier. This is already plenty of goals I had for myself. And my advice for you is just start focusing on yourself and your goals, start chasing your dreams. The sixth ingredient is to embrace painful experiences because those are the ones that give us the greatest lessons and the biggest growth. And the seventh ingredient is to develop a growth mindset because that's the mindset that's going to get you through anything. Okay, so we've got the first part of the recipe ready, but we still have quite some left. So let's keep going. But before we do, let me know in the comments below whether any of these tips have made any sense for you yet. Okay, another thing that helped me to get rid of my insecurities is to get rid of the source of them. For me, it was my friends, who were also my bullies at the time. They would make up such absurd reasons to bully me for, and of course then I didn't understand it, but now I understand that I was just simply better than them. Duh. And that was enough reason for those rotten individuals to treat me like that. And usually it's in every bullying case the same. The bully feels bad and the shit must come out some way, so that's how it came out. So I think I was like 14 years old when I realized that these people make me feel bad. I don't want to be treated like this. This is not normal. So I cut them off. I made new friends and I started to focus on my dearest self. I started working out, I learned a lot about nutrition, and I started eating healthy. I focused on my hobbies, on my school, on becoming better, healthier, and happier. Now, what exactly of the story contributed into making me more confident, and what are the key takeaways for you? Exercise and healthy habits helped me with my mood, my physiology, and well-being. I became fit, I always was happy, on a good mood, and I just felt freaking good. I mean, I still do. I'm just talking in past tense. And I think this is the base of whole confidence thing. You need to feel good from the inside and out. So the tip for you is to try working out and eating healthy and developing healthy habits. The second takeaway for you from this story is new friends, the right kind of friends, the positive relationships with other people. And it's not that other people will directly make you more confident, it's more indirect. You see, when you hang out with adequate people, you learn from them. You learn about their behavioral patterns, but you also learn about yourself. You get treated normal and with respect, and you also learn what is normal human interaction, and you learn how to treat other people with respect. And even more than what I just said, negative people who try to bring you down will drain your confidence because that's their goal. They want to bring you down so they can feel better about themselves. So if you keep having such people around you who enjoy from you suffering and being insecure, then you're never going to become confident because these people will find any way to make you feel bad about yourself. So don't neglect the importance of getting rid of this kind of people in your life, because I'm going to say it one more time. These people enjoy, they get energy from bringing you down. And we move on. The third key takeaway that you need to get from my story that I just shared previously with you is the reason why this is so good for you is because when you are learning something new in many different aspects of your life and you become better at it, this increases your level of self-efficacy. I need to Google this because I'm not an English speaker. I'm not a native English speaker, and this word is like hell. Efficacy. Okay? This is the word.
Self-efficacy. Self-efficacy.
Self-efficacy. Anyhow, that thing. So, learning new things and focusing on your goals increases the level of this.
Self-efficacy.
And this thing is your belief into your abilities to execute tasks, control your behavior, and attain goals. And it gets better because research has shown that learning new things releases dopamine, which is linked into happiness. Wanna become happy? Learn new things. And the fourth lesson slash takeaway from this story that I shared with you is self-worth, understanding self-worth. So I left my bullying friends because I realized that I'm worth more. I realized that that is not how I want to be treated. That was a moment of self-worth. The lesson of self-worth has been a very long journey for me in life, and maybe I should make a completely different video on this topic. But in conclusion, the moment when you start to understand self-worth and you start to respect yourself is the exact moment when you break free from external sources of insecurities. Okay? Alrighty, at this point, with all my tips, you have all the ingredients to become happy and hot, but what about that healing part? How do you heal? How do you heal and tap into your inner power so your confidence can never be shaken? Well, I've got a few tips for you. Wanna know? Well, stick around. So, in order to kickstart the healing process, we need to live in the present. But that is hard, and I know it. Because in order to live in the present, you need to let go of the past. And that's hard. Any situation that has happened in the past is in the past. Let go of the memories of things and events that happened in the past and affected your confidence and self-worth. View any situation that was challenging or hurted you as a blessing. It teaches you a valuable lesson. And the most harmful thing about dwelling in the past is that if you keep coming back in your memories to those situations where something happened and you lost your confidence, you keep manifesting that happening again and again in your life until you let go of those memories. The next ingredient to becoming healed, to become confident, is self-love. Practice self-love. Put yourself first, without any excuses. When you have a strong sense of self-love, you treat yourself in a loving way and you understand your values. And this helps you to create and understand your boundaries. The third ingredient is to improve self-talk. Don't talk dirty to yourself, instead talk positive things to yourself. Talk to yourself like you will talk to your best friend. Would you ever say, "Oh, you're so ugly. I don't believe into you. You can never do that. You have no talent to do that." Would you ever say those things to your best friend? I think no. Otherwise, you're a very bad friend. So pay very close attention. How do you talk to yourself? And whose voices do you have in your head? And anything that is negative or destructive, get rid of it. And the third ingredient to becoming healed, to become confident, is to visualize your confident self and positive affirmations. Visualize your confident self and say things like "I'm confident" to yourself. Visualization is beneficial and extremely powerful because when you visualize long enough, your brain starts to believe it. And when it comes to positive affirmations, it helps you to develop that positive self-talk. So if you're really serious about this, you could start your day by 5-minute visualization exercise. And after that, while you're drinking your morning coffee, read few positive affirmations every day, every morning, instead of scrolling on social media. Now, you have all the ingredients to become happy, hot, and healed so that you can become confident. But it's not enough. The recipe to confidence is not complete yet, because there is a little thing you need to add. We humans constantly grow and evolve, so we need to keep ourselves in check all the time in order to not let that confidence to be shaken. I call this the maintenance mode. And by the way, at this point, before we move on, if you found this video valuable for yourself, I'd kindly ask you to give this video a like so YouTube algorithm knows that this is a good video, so it will push it further so more and more people can become the best versions of themselves. Thank you. So how do you maintain your confidence so that your confidence doesn't get shaken ever? First thing is to be proud of yourself. Be proud of your achievements, big or small. Celebrate yourself and your achievements. And if you're new to this, if you're new to celebrating your achievements and being proud of yourself, right after this video, take a pen and paper and write down everything, small and big, that you've done in your life that you can be proud of. And just read that paper again and again and again and celebrate yourself. Just be proud. Did you graduate university? Amazing. Did you make new friends? Amazing. Did you get a job? Amazing. Did you get out of bed today? Celebrate it. Did you start a new health routine? Celebrate it. Celebrate everything, small and big. Develop a skill to be proud of yourself. Develop a whole routine around it if you need. This doesn't only lift your confidence when you're feeling bad, but it also creates gratefulness. You become grateful for how far you've come already, and you also realize that you actually are already living at least one of your dreams. And this is really like a quick fix to lift your confidence. Whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling like whenever in self-doubt, this is the trick. I think nothing lifts your confidence more than being aware of your strengths, and even more when someone tells you that you're good at something. Take a note what other people tell you about your strengths. What do other people tell that you're good at? And also analyze and take a note about it yourself, that when you feel like, oh, I think I'm really good at this, take a note of those things. Try to become aware of your strengths, be proud of them, and try to capitalize on them. But with this being said, also be aware of people who talk negatively to you about you. This will be when someone is judging you, making fun of you, trying to make you feel bad or like silly or weird. In general, it's destructive criticism which has no value for you. Of course, constructive criticism is always welcome, and you as a confident person need to be able to take in constructive criticism. But whenever someone is criticizing you in a destructive way, that's absolutely something you should not be listening to. See it as a feedback from deeply insecure person who's not happy with themselves, and move on. It's not because of you, it's because of them. No, but it's really a mirror of the inner world of that person who's giving you that kind of feedback. They're feeling bad about themselves, they're feeling insecure, they're not happy with their lives, and they try to take your power from you. So we, as confident people, we love constructive criticism and we don't accept destructive feedback from unhappy people. And then something that's also part of the maintenance stage is to not compare yourself to other people. So I saw a video on TikTok the other day and it had a text on it. And the text squeezed up literally everything I want to say. So the text went like this. A confident person, when walking into a room, doesn't think that I'm better than someone. I'm better than that person. A confident person walks into a room and doesn't compare themselves to anyone. Not to someone better, not to someone worse. A confident person doesn't need to compare themselves with anyone. They just feel good about themselves the way they are. This next tip that I'm going to share with you is my favorite, and it's about developing a positivity routine. As a young adult, you've probably noticed that things are not always so bright as we'd like them to be, and things are not always so easy. Once in a while you face some difficulties, but when you are facing difficulties in life, it's easy to get into that circle of negativity with your thoughts. And if this negative thoughts and anxiety is continuing long enough, even depression, it's also easy to get off the tracks and eventually lose your power, meaning losing your confidence. Obviously, having a bad day once in a while won't break you, but when your thoughts start to revolve around negativity, this is when it starts to go wrong. And this is why I have a positivity routine. I'm going to film a whole video on my positivity routine next week, so please consider subscribing to my channel so you won't miss that video. But quickly explain, this positivity routine is a routine where I do a bunch of things that I know that affect my mood in a good way. I'm generally a very positive person, I've always been, but sometimes I catch myself being in some kind of negative thinking pattern for extended period of time, and this is when I try to do my positivity routine almost every day. But more about that next week. So this was the whole masterclass on how to become confident. It took me almost half of my life to learn this, so you don't have to. And it also took me about 2 weeks to script this video, to first dig deep into the self-analysis so that I could give you the most valuable tips. If you remember only one thing from this video, let it be this. Insecurity is learned, so confidence can be learned as well. So if you want to become confident, you can learn to become confident, but as any learning process, learning to become confident takes also time, so don't be hard on yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I see you in the next one. Ciao!